Hey, what's happening? Um, Brother D, back with you with another video. Um, I want to talk about Kyrie Irving today, and I know a lot of people gonna probably disagree with me. A lot of people think that I'm crazy. Just hear me out. Um, I think that this situation with Kyrie Irving, they got the Nets have to make a decision. This is the second postseason that Kyrie Irving has gotten hurt, and his whole career, he has not been healthy. So I think that what the Nets should do, he's playing. He made what $33 million this year. He missed a ton of games, and he'll be 30 years old next year. And after 30, production drops. As you get older, and I just think that at this time right now, the Brooklyn Nets, I think they need to trade him. See what you can get for him, because he's a locker room distraction. He doesn't want to, like the reporters, he doesn't want to answer the reporters. They're paying you $33 million and you can't answer a reporter's question. I just think that it's time that the Brooklyn Nets move on from Kyrie Irving, and that he's just not reliable, that his body is betraying him, is that he just can't stay healthy. When the last time he played a healthy season? I remember he was out the whole year with Boston, and Boston almost went to the NBA Finals without him. 2015 against Cavaliers versus the Warriors, he was out of that series. He has always had nagging injuries, and I just think that the Brooklyn Nets need to move on from Kyrie Irving. And I know y'all think this sounds crazy, but you gotta look at Kevin Durant. I look at him. I'll be 33 in September. I'm not getting no younger. I got a point guard that can't stay healthy. I got a shooting guard that in the playoffs, he disappears. He pulls disappearing acts. And I don't want to hear that injury excuse. He disappeared in Game 7. It was Kevin Durant and nobody else. The Brooklyn Nets got to do something at guards. They're only going to get older. And their problem is defense. Yes, Kyrie Irving and James Harden, they're lethal on offense, but they're terrible on defense. They are terrible on defense. So I think that I wouldn't trade Harden right away. But Kyrie Irving, I'll be trying to move that contract and get me a younger guard. You might not get as much production from this guard like you might get from Kyrie Irving, but at least he's available. Every year in the playoffs, he breaks down. He do it every year. If I'm Brooklyn Nets, I would trade him to see what can you get in the market for him. He's a great player, but he can't stay healthy. And I'm Kevin Durant. I'm getting older. I want to get that monkey off my back, that I can win a championship without Golden State, that I can win a championship being a leader. You know what I'm saying? That's what Kevin Durant, I know that's what he's thinking, that I want to win on my own. I don't want to win somebody else's team. So if I'm Brooklyn, I'm trying to go look at. I'm trying to look at some big men that can rebound, that can play defense. I need a point guard that's gonna be available. And during the season, he was missing games, just for no reason. They say he just didn't. They had no They didn't even know that he wasn't gonna play in the game. He just didn't show up for some games. You paying him $33 million and he ain't even gonna be there? Every year in the playoffs, he gets hurt. During the season, he always makes up an excuse to miss games. You trying to get a championship and you got a guy that you can't rely on? And I like Kyrie Irving. He's one of my favorite players in the league. He's one of the best shooting / point guards in the league. He's lethal. But he can't stay healthy. What good is he doing you sitting on the sidelines every playoffs? Every year in the playoffs, he always get hurt. So, if I'm Brooklyn, let's see what you can get for him. Get you a younger guard that ain't gonna keep getting injured. Because Kevin Durant, he looked like he was playing by himself. Nobody else stepped up. And that's just not gonna work. Kevin Durant can't do it all by himself. He did everything he could do to win that game. But he can't do it by himself. He can't do it by himself, man. So they need to look at moving Kyrie Irving and see what can you get for him. See what's out there in the market that you can get something for him. Because he's an all-star guard. He can score. He's lethal. But he doesn't bring defense. He's always hurt. He does it every season. Why go through that? And you got Kevin Durant right now, getting his 30s, in his mid-30s. He's trying to win and win now. He ain't got time to wait on, see what Kyrie Irving gonna do. They need to move on from Kyrie Irving. I know y'all think this is crazy, but I think they need to move that contract, see what you can get in the market for him. You might not be able to get a player like Kyrie Irving, but at least you can get two or three players that can match his point production, and somebody that can play defense, and somebody that can score. Their defense was horrible, man, last season for the Nets. So I will move Kyrie Irving, see what I can get. That $33 million contract, I could get something cheaper for that. I'm paying a guy $33 million that misses games, some games he missed because he just don't feel like playing. And he had no injury. Then the durability, he can't stay healthy. His body is betraying him. So I think that's what the Brooklyn Nets should do. See what can you get in the market for him. And that's all I got, man. Kevin Durant, they need to get this man some help. He can't do it by himself. And you can't depend on Kyrie Irving. You can't. But that's all I got. Y'all be easy.